All right, good morning. It is it's Monday. How does it become Monday all over again? Uh I am coming off of a really cool high of being on Pride and just experiencing it. I live now down in the village in Toronto, so it's just been a wild weekend of like sights and sounds and people, things, and went to the parade yesterday with a friend, and I was almost moved to tears. The energy around of, I would say, this beauty of human spirit. And regardless, I think, of your beliefs of gay or whatever, I think there was just an element of be who you want to be, have that space to be authentic. And it was a beautiful, beautiful sight of human spirit. And I really felt that it was just such a high vibe of everyone like wanting to support everyone, regardless if you were gay or whatever. It was really, really cool. How was your weekend, Deb?
That's awesome. I love when people come together, the energy that is like palpable, and you get excited, and it maybe doesn't even matter the cause. It's amazing when a group of people come together for the good of humanity. So that's awesome. I had a super low-key weekend, actually, just getting stuff done around the house. I did some long walks. It was rainy. It's actually raining here today, thunderstorm right now. So I'm hoping that my hydro stays on. But yeah, I went to see my parents yesterday. And sometimes just that energy being around family. Maybe when I was kind of having a hard moment. So I'm like, I'm going to go visit my parents, and just being around people that love and support you, I think is so important sometimes too. So yeah, that was my weekend. Very low key, nothing crazy, but sometimes you need those downtimes too, because we're going into a long weekend. I have some holidays coming up where it's going to be go, go, go. So I think it's good to have a weekend where it's just not always on.
I think I'll flip it. I have I had my big weekend. Not that I was doing a lot. There's just so much going on. I just did not imagine the capacity of it, which was cool.
I saw some of your pictures. It looked really neat.
It was just, I think, coming from such a small town, there was zero exposure to Pride, especially growing up.
Sure.
30 years ago, right? Like, it's just a very different world than what we're living in right now. And just seeing different things, and it's for me like very sensory overload. And again, just the vibe of it was really high, though definitely not helping coming off of a cold. So tonight will have to be a different story. And getting into we talk about rhythms and routines, and I'm being challenged more to be focused. So in the world of human design, I'm a manifestor generator. So I love to do all sorts of things that can maybe show up looking like ADHD or something. However, I am working on focusing and using the time that I have my energy in sprints to get things done, so that when I want to do other things, and I have a schedule and it's done. So consistency this week of just taking a look in the time blocking, because when I'm in my flow, it's great. But how do I manage my flow blocks so they're more productive in my energy? So that's where I'm working on this week. What about you?
Yeah, that's funny that you mentioned it, because you gave me the link to the sleep doctor. And so I'm a bear, you're a dolphin, and you're upset about it. I'm a bear, which is probably the most common. But it was just really interesting taking that quiz and finding out, optimal times for caffeine, when my energy is high, when I should be sleeping. So I am a light sleeper. And so I've been testing out earplugs, but check this out. This is my sleep mask.
You keep it on at night?
Yes, I love it. I just got it. And I think for me, like, when it starts getting light, and I do like the light coming in, I could black out my room, but at like 4 o'clock sometimes, when the birds are starting to chirp, and I get it that we talk about rhythms and stuff like that, I'm awake and I don't get back to sleep. This little baby is a game changer, and I love it. So this week I really am going to be testing out, like you, kind of that flow and that rhythm, and just testing out, like getting to bed I'm supposed to go to bed at 11:10 and wake up at 7:30. So I'm going to give it a go and just see how I feel, and if I see any differences. And this week too is all forward movement with my website copy, and it's all kind of coming together now and getting my programs finished and stuff like that. So that's exciting. So I'm same thing, kind of going with a different schedule and see how it works out. Time blocking when my energy levels are high, and then just keep going forward and taking action on some of those things. And my coach holds me accountable. I have due dates, so I need to get stuff done.
That's it's such a great thing to have people to hold you capable and accountable, because it's just that extra little nudge that you need. Being like, okay, I said I would. It's one thing when we say it to ourselves, and then when we're giving other people our word too, we want to keep it a little bit differently. It's strange that way, but it helps.
Oh, absolutely. I think I would let myself off the hook a lot of times, right? I think it's easy for us to, I'll do that tomorrow. But no, I'm
summer day.
I invested in this amazing coach, and I'm here to see results, and I always see results every time I work with a coach, and I think they're so valuable in so many ways. So yeah, I'm excited for that. What else is coming up for you this week?
Well, we're getting together on Wednesday. So Deb and I, obviously, you see us on Zoom.
Planning.
So we're planning, we're going to have a little bit of rewrite of our own podcast. So that will be really exciting. We can just do a different launch, because we've been talking about our businesses, streamlining them. And we both have a flair for like stress management, flow, how to create different results in your life. So stay tuned for that. I'm really excited. And because we get to see each other. That's not very often. We live pretty far away, so it makes the solopreneurship journey a little bit more rewarding when you can work with colleagues
and get into that energy of just being. It's one thing to have a meeting over Zoom, but actually being in a physical space and feeling like feeding off the energy and the creativity that can happen. So I'm excited for that too. I kind of forgot, but it is in my calendar.
I hope so. Yeah. I think that's probably, I know, like work from home and hybrid models are all the rage of talk. I just think as human beings, there's so much value of having meaningful time in the office. I don't say like you have to go in for the sake of going in. I don't believe in that. But I think if you can have meaningful time in meetings and be able to see people and get to know people, there's just that element of obviously being human that computers don't get. AI will never understand the value of that connection. So to leverage it, to be able to have that possibility, I'll definitely take it, because
we're meant for connection. Humans are meant for connection. So I even find I have to sometimes just take my laptop and go to a restaurant or something, just for a change of scenery, just for a change of energy, just to get out of the house, really, because it can get pretty monotonous. I'm an introvert, so I'm not necessarily always going out to different places. So for me, just going to a cafe and grabbing a coffee and taking my laptop, just the different energy, and watching people. I love watching people. So, and just see how people interact, and I don't know, smiling, saying hello to different people. People feed off that energy too. So we're getting together in a new space this week. So I think that's a good challenge for people who are working from home, to change up your routine, to try something new, to go to a new place and greet strangers. Do something different this week. I challenge you. So make sure you check us out on Thursday for another episode of Connected Conversations. We will be back here next Monday. Oh, no, we won't. We're going to be Tuesday. It's a long weekend. So we'll be back Tuesday live to kickstart your week. And for all those in Canada going into, I guess both Canada and the US are going into kind of long weekends. So July 1st, Canada Day, and 4th of July for our American friends. Enjoy your weekend and catch us on Tuesday morning. Don't forget to